Turn it on!
This time on Burnout, the ultimate drag race challenge.
How did you do that?
What?
Grow ears on a
With time running out, our teams are burning the midnight oil. And top fuel driver Antron Brown is back to give the teams their toughest challenge yet.
I don't know how you're gonna get this done. I hope you prove me wrong.
I'm so stoked right now!
Previously on Burnout.
I don't care about paint. I'd rather just rattle can it. Paint does not make the car go any faster.
Car's too fast for Clay.
You screw this up, you won't be driving your car. I will. Harder or easier than you thought?
Way harder.
Way harder. Yeah. You're both going to drive your race cars.
Good. Awesome. It's really interesting to see how quickly this competition changes hands. When it started, we were in the lead.
This is sad. This is horrible. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Blue team, your reward is 10 hours. Red team, you're gonna lose 25 hours.
Yeah, we took 25 hours from Red. 10 for losing the challenge and 15 for not making it to paint.
They feel like they're most of the way done, and to be honest, the real work's just getting ready to start. Anybody who's ever built a car before, where if they walked in and looked at these two cars, they'd say, there's no way they're gonna have them done on time.
While we were working at Squeegee's, we had enough pizza, and we got some Chinese food. I got a nice fortune cookie.
All right, listen, if you want to win anything, a race, yourself, your life, you gotta go a little berserk.
It was almost like our message.
You gotta go a little berserk.
Gotta go berserk.
I'm talking, we gotta go berserk.
You mean like that kind of berserk?
Like berserk.
That was going
We really used that message to put our all into this car.
Let's paint this car.
The whole crew for this build is just collaborating. I mean, we're finally bonding as a team. We're getting the work done, and we're having a good time doing it. I mean, this is what it's about.
Getting ready to get the body all painted. You're looking all purty.
We're gonna do a white base coat to really make the colors pop out. We want that thing to blast when you see it from the stands. I got in there, got to lay some paint, got to work with Moose. The dude's a maniac in the paint booth, man. I learned a ton. The white just turned out as brilliant as you can imagine. I mean, it was almost like pure white. It stands out.
Even when it was just white, it looked like 100 times better than when we first got that piece of junk.
Looks good. You can look good or you can win. You gotta pick one. It's rare that you can have both. Or you're the best looking car out there and you're the fastest.
Get it to be a roller, we gotta space it out. At 32 hours, we had a huge punch list left. The wiring, headers, we gotta tune the thing, we gotta finish the dash. I mean, first we gotta get it fired up.
Whoa, your power steering sucks.
Well, you didn't replace your fluid.
We've got a long way to go and the clock is against us, but at least our motor's complete.
Now time to assemble the engine.
Blue team put all their eggs into the paint basket. They're just now starting their block.
You can't focus all your energy on one or the other. You're trying to split and say, oh, well, I want to run perfect, but I want to look great too.
If I'm gonna hit anything, just let me know. All right, open the door for me, Isaac.
It's not going to work out. You're going to fail in one of them, guaranteed.
Let's go, boys.
Today we started laying out the scallops. We're gonna shadow it in with the blue to represent the blue team, and we're gonna make it pop out with the red just to see what the red's gonna see behind them. Doug, the owner of Squeegee's Paint Shop, this guy is a true master of the art.
This is the edge of the scallop. We got it in, I just shot red. Okay. So now we got to come and border that.
The oval or the elliptical shape is shaped just like the Ford emblem. If you look at it, I mean, Doug nailed this to a T. The graphics and the scallops are done now. We're gonna get ready to roll this thing out of the paint booth. Damn, dude. And as this thing's coming out, I mean, you can just see it gleam, man. It's so shiny, it looks awesome.
When we pulled that out of the shop to load it on the trailer to bring it back, I was worried, you know, what if the strap comes off and the car falls off?
Here it is.
Damn!
Oh, yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Damn!
That's a hot rod right there. Those scallops on that thing with that red pinstripe, the thing looks fast sitting there.
It's nice and pretty.
It looked really good. I was really impressed, but it was a waste of time.
It's good.
Morale's through the roof. Everybody saw the car show, how good it looks, and we're all happy as happy.
Because Fonz was in charge, I knew it was gonna get done to like the best of its ability, and it looked good. It looked really good.
Ever since Richard took over, it seems like this project all of a sudden went from nothing to it really looks like something.
We pulled together real tight during the paint and body session. From here on out, man, I think it's just gonna get better.
Coming up next on Burnout.
If everybody's working, you won't be in the spot you're in right now, because I don't know how you're gonna get this done.
I wouldn't put it past them, but I bet you money.
They'll mess something up.
We might.
If you like cars like I do,
If you want to accelerate your career as a professional technician,
then go to uti.edu for more information.
After seeing the team's progress, Antron gives them a challenge they won't forget.
What's up, blue team?
What's up, man?
What's up, red team?
What's up?
Today's a challenge day. Today's a day that we're supposed to be amped up, pumped up, where you can win some time. After I saw what those cars look like, there's no time for none of that. When I first got out there, saw the red team, they got a lot of big things accomplished. They got it plumbed, they got the brakes all hooked up, ready to rock. They got the electric MSD ignition in place. There's still a whole bunch that's gotta be done. What have you been doing?
Working.
What you guys doing?
Working our ass off.
If everybody's working, you won't be in the spot you're in right now, because I don't know how you're gonna get this done. I hope you prove me wrong. I saw a little glamour and glitz with the blue team. They got their car in paint. It looks good, it looks pretty. Blue car garage. You can see it's a little bit different atmosphere than the red team right now. And the car impressed me. Rich, you could tell me he's got a lot of confidence. It pours out to all the team members.
I got it cleared through our instructors to stay as late as we can.
Okay.
As long as we have an instructor present.
They got confidence because each of them got an agenda they got to attack. But they got it planned out to finish everything right at the wire. They're structuring their days out for everything to go perfect. Because once they get all hooked up, they might fire it up. They might run in a couple uh-ohs that's going to send them way far behind. The challenge today is for y'all to get in the shops and bust your butt and get these cars done. I want to come back here for the finale and I want to see a drag race. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Do you think you can handle that?
Yeah.
Do you want that?
Yeah.
So let's get it on, let's get serious, let's dig deep, and let's get to work.
It goes without saying. I mean, we all know what we have to do. Sometimes you just got to say it again, I guess, to make sure it's really stamped the footprint of your life, you know?
It's crunch time. All hands on deck. Everybody needs to be focused and working as hard as they can every time they're here.
After they got the motor put together, they stabbed it in there. Went in pretty fast.
Over the back hole.
Coming down.
Wait, you good over there?
Everything seemed to fit okay, but our biggest challenge is wiring it up.
it's gonna be a really tight finish. With that 25-hour dot, 25 hours this close to the end of the build, that was stupid. Think we can get it done in time, but we're really gonna have to wrench on the car. And I mean, no messing around, no goofing around, people standing by with their arms crossed and kind of pointing and saying, well, that needs to be done. Instead of saying that needs to be done, do it.
I think we're still good on the clock, and we'll get things done before it runs out.
Both teams are feeling it. I guarantee you the blue team's feeling it too, you know?
There's so many hours that the team was working on the car while we're working on the engine. We've been busting our asses off. I'm really excited for that. At least I feel like I haven't been doing much.
Gosh.
The engine's basically the heart of the car. That's what gives it the propulsion and everything. That loud roar you just hear, That just brings love to my heart.
What about that one chick that's on your phone, dude? She's hot as hell. Putting lube on the inner walls, and we're putting lube on the sleeves, so there's gonna be no scoring at all. And she has a nice, damn, I love her hair. She has snake bites, right?
Yep, snake bites.
And I'm getting distracted.
Hell no! Get that out of there right now! I was a little concerned from the very beginning with Brandon and Isaac building the motor.
I'm gonna tell him we're...
I'm going home. This isn't your Uncle Billy's motor, okay? You just can't red team it, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't put it past them, but I bet you money.
They'll mess something up.
If we screw up, this car ain't going nowhere. If any piston ring is off, if anything, we get blow by, we could have a dead cylinder. If we don't torque anything to spec, we could break a rod and our engine's stuck, and we have the biggest ass paperweight that costs us around $40,000.
I'm not saying that they will, I'm saying somebody will. We might. Make sure your clearances are right, get all your measurements, and everything's smooth and turns the way it's supposed to, valves adjusted.
Girls again? Girls and motors do not work. This is what happens when you add girls and engine.
Ready? Bam! And if it grenades, you might not ever know whose fault it is. Which will be perfect for that person who
Yeah.
Stop.
Coming up next on Burnout.
We got the car to turn over, we got good oil pressure, but it wouldn't fire.
I just kept thinking about everything I've ever done with my hand and every piece of that motor, just thinking like, God, I hope that's clearance right.
When we fired the car for the first time, we had a timing issue. It backfired, scared me pretty bad. Damn near caught my hand on fire. Today we're trying again, and like clockwork, Chops comes in to sneak a peek. Nothing like a with Chops telling me how my is.
What? Hurt my name? Talking gun?
Yeah. How did you do that?
What?
Grow ears on a Seriously.
Came in this morning, knocked out a couple of things that needed to be done last minute. Mr. Young helped us get the MSD box set up right.
Turn it on!
And we fired it up. We got the car to turn over, we got good oil pressure, but it wouldn't fire.
The whole time been sweating it. I just kept thinking about everything I've ever done with my hand and every piece of that motor, just thinking like, God, I hope that's clearance right.
Fire it up! Fire!
And she lives.
A huge relief. Me and Darren put a lot of time and effort into that. We knew our whole team was counting on us to get it done right.
It like tickles your eardrums is how loud it is, but it's mean. I like it. It's beastly.
Smelled good, ran good, felt good. Pretty stoked about it. I'm so stoked right now! Hey, Chops!
What's up,
What's up? What's up, Chops?
Welcome to my crib. This is where I live, sleep, eat, drink, and...
We got mad brakes, mad bass. Put it in the trunk, make that ass shake. Chops, man, how come you can't pull your pants up, man? You know I love you like a brother, man, but your ass is always hanging out, man. Nobody wants to see that.
We're pretty much working around the clock to try and get this car done. We restarted the wiring, getting it all loomed up, getting the gauges illuminated.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that was it.
Next step will be to install the motor and transmission, which is just about done.
There's a certain way this goes on.
Isaac and Brandon are working on that right now.
We're still trying to figure this out, though.
You need the transmission on.
Just most of the transmission on.
Yeah.
By the end of tonight, we'll have that stabbed in.
It's crunch time, baby. We gotta get this done, man.
We're doing a three-wheeler right now.
Hold up. Slow, just keep it right there.
Yeah. With the motor stabbed in, looks like we're about even with Red Team. The only difference is we have a hell of a lot more time on our clock.
I'm dressed up. I had a suit and tie on. I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about. Well, overall, it looks like we're ahead right now. It might be an easy race, but I ain't putting my money anywhere because anything could happen.
You know, the best part about that is you got a suit and tie on and your butt crack still hangs out. It's because I don't have the long shirt tail.
I know, dude. It's okay. My ass crack's hanging out too. You want to see?
Coming up next on Burnout.
I didn't know what was going to happen when it hit zero. Someone was going to burst in and yell, stop everything, or maybe nobody else would notice and we would just keep working and finish.
If you want to become a professional technician, succeed with hands-on training from an instructor like me, go to uti.edu for more information.
I'll tell you what, you know what I'm going to be doing this time next week?
I'm so sleep deprived.
Sleeping.
Whenever you get down to the last little bit and the car's actually running, it's still not done. You've still got 1-2 hour little thingies that add up.
Brake leakage is getting taken care of right now. We got the NOS fuel gauge, it's on there. This and this only John can do. Front bumper's been done twice now. All this should be done today. If we finish our punch list and make it to the dyno, technically we can test the car at the track.
Check.
I think everybody had one eye on what they were doing, the other eye was on the clock. Every time it flipped a second, I knew the new exact time we had remaining left. Everybody in the team did. We were watching it the whole time. It was stressful. Everyone was getting pissed off.
Dude, I got a lot of time tied up in that car. I got a lot of time away from my wife and my home life and things that I'd like to be going out to do. It's all tied up in that Mustang out there. Everybody else on the team feels the same way. It's our project.
Still trying to work and do what we have to do. It kind of sucks the life out of you real quick.
Thank you.
Today we're finally ready to fire the motor, and it's the moment of truth for Brendan and Isaac. The whole team can't wait to hear what it sounds like.
Every car needs switches.
Before we can hit the switch for real, we had to make sure the car was completely wired up and full of fluids.
We've spent so many hours, and this is what I like to do, is build engines, and the fact that I heard it run and nothing went wrong is an amazing feeling.
When the motor fired up, me and Brendan were like, yes!
That thing sounds disgusting awesome. You could feel it in your chest. I love it.
It was just a really good feeling, I think, for everyone. Smiles came across everybody's faces. It was real late at night, and that was definitely a good way to wrap up that evening. Now the only question is, will Red Team finish on time?
I'm so stoked right now!
Hey, I still want to have a race day. Like, we worked hard, and I want a challenge.
We're about to win this. I don't care what nobody says. We're about to win. Blue team.
We are gonna dyno it?
Yes. Put it in neutral.
Under 2 hours ago, somehow our punch list is punched. Our plan is to get the car on the dyno and then tune it at the track. It's not ideal, but it's way better than getting crushed.
Check.
As we're heading to the dyno, we realized we forgot something, the drive shaft loop. If the drive shaft breaks without that safety loop, it could literally catapult the car while it's going down the track. So we rolled the car back in and turned John loose to weld in the loop.
Can I weld it now? Check.
Pretty much knew that we weren't gonna make it before it actually ran out. I mean, there was too much left on the table that we needed to square away before we could feel safe putting a driver in, and we're not gonna cut corners just to try to make the time.
This little 9-week project has been kind of like my little baby right now. So to see it crushed, that's gonna piss a lot of people off.
Whether they were gonna take it and just crush it or whatever, I still wanted to get it done. I still wanted to get it complete and fired up and ready to rock. Honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen when it hit zero.
As good as it's gonna get for now.
Whether someone was going to burst in and yell, stop everything, or maybe nobody else would notice and we would just keep working and finish.
I had my head in the engine compartment and I heard the alarm go off on the TV and I had no idea what was going to happen.
Skull and crossbones are flashing on the screen. Clay pops on.
Absolutely unbelievable. Red team, you have totally put me in a bad spot. You are done. Out of here. Get out of the shop now. You have lost. This is over.
Next time on Burnout, the Ultimate Drag Race Challenge.
Ticked me off a little bit.
The blue team and myself don't want to win the race like this, man. That ain't the way to do it. We want to take it to the track.
I think we might have, it's something bad, to be honest with you.